What do you call a parallelogram that is also your homie?
I don't know, bro. You tell me.
A parallelogram. Welcome to Get Lost. Get Lost on air. Not quite as good as they normally are.
Alright.
Oh, dear.
Won't be retelling that one at any dinner parties.
No,
for sure.
that's just so depressing considering before we started recording you went, oh, you've come out with some corkers the last couple of weeks and now I've come out with that shit. I'm depressed.
Yeah, I feel like the bar's kind of been slightly lowered.
Yeah, but you know, we move, don't we?
It's what we do. So how you doing, bro? New fucking day, new week. Welcome to Get Lost, everyone.
Oh yeah, welcome. Welcome back. I'm doing good, mate. I'm doing good. I've had a fucking good week. I've been listening to Olivia Rodrigo.
Oh, is that the sad car girl?
Yeah. Driving license. That song. But she has just her album that I think was released this week. I'm not sure, but everyone's talking about it. Mate, it's so good. It's so fucking good. And it makes you feel like you're a 17-year-old girl who's just been broken up with.
Oh, mate, that is exactly how I want to feel.
Do you know what? I don't like the idea of it, but it's actually really good. It's a good feeling.
It makes you feel like a 17-year-old girl that's just been broken up with.
Yes, that's exactly how it feels. And I fucking love the album, mate. I've seen so many tweets about it, and people are like, this album has just made me start inventing people in my head and getting angry at them for no reason, even though they've done nothing wrong.
Is this kind of like a Billie Eilish vibe?
It's like Billie Eilish meets Taylor Swift meets Hayley Williams.
Okay, so not quite as old.
No, but she does have lowercase titles for all of her songs, so she's clearly kind of edgy.
A little bit of edge, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe some dream catchers in a bedroom.
Yeah, definitely a millennial, or as Gen Z, let's just put it that way. But so some of the tweets I've seen are fucking hilarious. Like one that I've got here, my boyfriend is so selfish for proposing the same weekend as Olivia Rodrigo puts out her debut album. How am I supposed to relate? This is so fucked. It's fucking funny.
Oh my days.
I love it. It's great, and there's so many people saying like, look, we're 23, 20 or in our 20s, and we're all somehow relating to this fucking 17-year-old girl's music.
Mate, that's nice that she's 17. It's like when Billie Eilish started coming about, like, you know what you like when you're 17.
Yeah, Billie Eilish was like 15 when she came about.
Yeah, you start, you're worrying about A levels, that kind of shit, and you're also like an international superstar. Like, what? That's crazy.
That is mad, isn't it? Because I was a fucking idiot at 15.
Oh, mate, 100%.
What did I look like at 15? Oh, I had a beeper flick at 15.
Same.
To be fair, I had a beeper flick most of my life. It's not just a 15-year-old thing. Yeah,
but fair play to the girl. I've got to say.
Yeah, her song "Driving License" became like the number one streamed song in like a day or something stupid. It's now got 700 million streams on Spotify.
I was driving around, like, it was back when I was doing like Amazon deliveries, and I could hear I had the radio on all the time, and so I'd hear like the presenters getting all gassed up, and they were like, "Oh my god, this song!" It's as if someone had just cured cancer. That was the sort of reaction they had to this song coming out, and I was like, "Bloody hell,
mate.
Fucking what sort of song is this gonna be?" And I'm there on the verge of tears. Like,
It's so good, isn't it?
It's like what?
You want to listen to "Good for You" by her? It's such a tune, and
Should we do an album review?
Shall we?
Should we just do an album review at some point?
I think that's a good idea, to be honest.
Why not?
I love it because it helps as well that like she's become TikTok's number one girl just for like the music. I don't think she's actually got a TikTok account, but her music's big on it.
Yeah, I saw a TikTok actually from because the driving license is about a lad.
Yeah.
I saw the TikTok of the lad's girlfriend, saying when fucking some girl that fancies your boyfriend brings out a song and it goes international.
Yeah. I think it's so funny. I've been so invested in this drama as well because there's a bit of drama going on about it, and I feel like I feel like Keemstar. I'm like, I'm involved because they met. Right, let me give you a bit of backstory on the drama. Olivia and this boy that the song is about were like the two main actors on High School Musical, the series, which is a thing on Disney Plus, which is about like kids who go to the school where High School Musical is set and they put on the performance of High School Musical or some shit. And they were the two main stars. And yeah, the song is about that kid, that bloke. And his new girlfriend is Sabrina Carpenter, who was another like Disney star.
Oh my gosh.
And Sabrina brought out another song, which I can't remember what it's called because it's forgettable.
This guy's got a type.
Yeah, he loves a Disney star. To be fair, I would.
Yeah, there's definitely worse out there.
Yeah, I mean, Selena Gomez, hello. Isn't it weird that they're all becoming like the old people now? Like, we're getting old.
That's the thing. Yeah, they all become like weirdos here, like Disney stars, don't they? Like, I mean, like Jake Paul, good start. Jake Paul, Demi Lovato became like a crackhead.
Yeah, Demi Lovato is non-binary now. Did you know that?
Oh yeah, I don't know what's going on there. What's happened?
I don't know.
She's just come out as non-binary.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. A lot going on in the scene.
She's always in the news. That woman.
Yeah, all everywhere. Yeah.
It's like she doesn't even do anything anymore. Like
No, she's got an incredible voice though.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it's weird seeing that Olivia, she performed at the Brits in front of like Taylor Swift and Harry Styles and like the big names. And I was thinking like, although they're the big names for our generation, they're getting on a bit. Like Taylor Swift is probably pushing 30. And like she was about fucking 17 when she started, when Love Story came out.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, she'll be getting on.
She's 31. She's 31 years old.
Jesus. Yeah. I don't know. She kind of looks it though.
She does a bit, but it's just weird thinking that like Love Story was our version of Driver's License.
Yeah.
You know?
Mate, that song got me into Taylor Swift. I mean, I'm sure it did for many people, but like,
yeah.
I've never felt so emotionally it makes you feel so much. It's crazy.
Such a great song. Do you know what? Like, the internet went through a stage of just hating Taylor Swift and everything that she did. Yeah. But I think everyone's out of it now, and everyone just really likes her again. I don't know why. I think it was when that "Shake It Off" song came out.
Oh, because she came like a feminist icon, didn't she? You know
yeah.
I mean? She is a bit of a feminist icon, though, really, isn't she? Is like a bit of a boss,
bit of a queen. Bit of a queen slaying the game.
Yeah, she dates all the famous pop stars and then brings out like number one after number one after number one. I mean,
she's smashing it, mate.
She's okay. I think it was ever since Kanye tried to take the award off her.
Oh yeah, he just nicked, what was it, a Grammy? Just nicked it from her and goes, this is for Beyonce. Beyonce deserves this Grammy.
Yeah, I think that was a bit of a turning point for Taylor Swift. She was like, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm going to prove him wrong.
I think so. That probably got her more popularity as well.
Yeah.
Good old T-Swizz.
For sure. Do you know someone who's not very popular at the moment?
Oh, please tell me.
Our boy Joey Rogues. He's I mean, I would argue he wasn't particularly popular before with a certain crowd, but
yeah, like, he's got a very particular audience, hasn't he?
Yeah, which is interesting considering he's the biggest podcaster in the world. Like.
Yeah, he just seems not to be able to be cancelled. Like, he says so much shit.
But he's still like he's just the biggest podcast ever.
Do you know what though? Like, doing that long a podcast every day, you're bound to say stupid shit that someone's not gonna like.
Especially when you're a comedian.
Yeah.
And you're talking to other comedians, like, and all comedians like are a bit cooked. You know what I mean?
Very true. Like, very true.
Like I remember seeing it was like some chat show. I think it was, and they were like, "Oh, would you date someone within your own profession?" And it was like Sarah Patrick. It was Catherine Ryan. She was like, no, it's just my profession is just a bunch of narcissists. Why the hell would I date someone within my own profession?
That is very true.
And you do have to be a bit cooked to be like,
to be any form of famous person, really, you've got to be a bit of a narcissist. You can't really be an introverted famous person, really.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Because there's a certain level of like,
oh, I should be garnering everyone's attention.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
They should take time out of their day all to come see me. Like, that's that.
It's like all these YouTubers who go, "Oh, I'm such an introvert. Like, oh, I don't like the public attention and everything like that." You're a fucking liar. You absolutely do, because you wouldn't be doing what you do if you didn't like people looking at you.
Yeah, it's true.
You know
It's
what I
crazy,
mean?
Man, it's
But
crazy.
what's old Joe Rogan said?
Oh, he's he kind of fucked with this one, I think, to be honest. But he was talking to another comedian called Joe List, right?
Yeah.
And they're chatting away, and Joe starts talking about how, like, the woke movement is becoming like a problem and shit. That's what he's talking about.
Yeah.
And he said that straight white men aren't going to be allowed to talk anymore, like, because people his argument is that in America, like, because of all the racism and shit, that, it's going to get to the point where if you're white, you're just like a bad person.
Yeah. That, to be fair, it's already getting that way.
It's like because of what their ancestors did, or our ancestors, I'd probably say.
Yeah.
I'm not white. I can start identifying as Puerto Rican soon as well.
God, I bet people do.
And so he's saying because they're white, they're not going to be allowed to talk, and it's going to get to the point where white people aren't going to be allowed to leave their home anymore.
That was reverse racism, then.
But like the argument is that reverse racism doesn't exist.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? Like, you always hear that. It's like,
do you know what? If you want to fucking follow someone on TikTok who is like seems to have their head screwed on, in my opinion.
Right.
Anyway, she's called This Is Savvy. She's a black woman, and she's basically just telling everyone to stop being such a fucking wetty, and then goes into like great details about how like she's like white people aren't like awful people, and it's quite refreshing to hear someone say that white people aren't fucking horrible. I don't know, and men as well and stuff like that. And she's like, a lot of you are just getting cooked and pissed off about stuff that has never affected you in your life. And like she goes on proper rants about it, and it's, I don't know, it's quite entertaining because she just shuts people down a lot.
It's nuts, to be honest. Like, because as like a white guy, you grew up in Suffolk, like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, you don't face oppression of any discretion. So like, like all these issues that you hear about are like, you just feel like it's just not about you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I've never experienced racism. I don't think I've like seen racism because I just haven't spent enough time around black people, like, at all.
No, and and where we've grown up as well. In our school, like, if there is a black kid, no one really mentions it anyway. They're just like, oh, it's just another kid. Like,
it's not like a race war, like, you know.
No, exactly.
It's because like if you're like a black kid in Suffolk, it's like you're like the only black kid, like.
Yeah.
So like it feels like when Joe Rogan says like, oh, you're not gonna be able to go outside because you're white, it's like, that's like 95% of the population here, like.
Yeah, imagine just no one leaves their house.
You know what I mean? The economy would be ruined, like, within a day.
Oh, that'd be shit, wouldn't it?
We'd be fucked. Like, so like, it just feels like such an American problem. Like, it's always hailed as race stuff and there's like everything going on. I imagine there is racism in the UK. It's probably like a city problem, to be honest. But like,
yeah.
I don't know. When you don't feel part of it, it's strange seeing it all go on.
It is, isn't it? We have, to be fair, in Suffolk, you do live quite a sheltered life. Like, even in terms of fucking coronavirus, I still have not. I'm yet to see anyone who's got symptoms of coronavirus, and it's like a year in.
Yeah, absolutely. It's hard to believe it exists, but then
kind of
my
is.
sister like phone up and be like, "Yeah, I've like got corona," and be like, "Oh, okay, it's real." Then
Yeah, yeah.
Like you hear someone have it, and it's like, okay, but like I'd never seen someone with it. I don't think.
Like our mate Adam had coronavirus.
Oh, really?
But that was when it sort of made me realise, it probably is real.
It's not just some scam, like.
Yeah, but then again, he works for the ambulance service, so he's bound to get it.
Yeah,
you know. But someone like me, am I going to get it? Perhaps not.
I think I may have seen someone with it. You know, when I was delivering Amazon parcels, because like, you come into contact with quite a few people.
Yeah.
Because you're knocking on like hundreds of houses a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see some people just come out and they look like death itself. Like, it's just like a hangover. I think like they literally look like someone out of The Walking Dead.
Fucking hell, man.
Like their eyes are just like all red. Their skin is completely like translucent. It's like they're just like trudging it down. You knock on the door and they're like, "Oh, just chuck the parcel on the floor."
There's some fucking weirdos about anyway, though. So wouldn't surprise me if that's just their day-to-day life.
You do see all sorts.
So many people just don't look after themselves.
Isn't it? Like it becomes such a spiral as well. It becomes such a spiral.
Yeah,
it's interesting you say that actually. Like one time I was dog sitting for someone, right?
Yeah,
and so I just go. She gave me instructions to go pick up her dog out of her flat, and so I go pick up the dog.
Yeah,
and I could take it on the walk. I didn't really notice like the flat at all. I just kind of let myself in, grab the dog, go on a walk. I come back in and I realised, oh shit, I didn't lock the door on the way out to the flat. And I went back inside and I started actually looking around the flat and I was like, because I was like paranoid. I was like, shit, someone had been stealing stuff. Like, there's been a burglary while I'm just out here trying to walk the dog. And I start looking around. I'm like, hang on a second, there's something really strange here. Like there's just like mattresses all over the place. Like
mattresses.
There was like the toilet seat had been smashed up and it was in the bath. Like
what the fuck?
You couldn't see the floor. I don't know how I didn't notice this the dog in the first place. But I was just so like laser vision on the dog.
Yeah, understand.
But like you couldn't see anything. I was like, honestly, like when I say all of the clothes were on the floor, I mean, I don't mean just like, oh, she's left some clothes out. It was like every single piece of clothing was on the floor. Right, it was absolute carnage. And I thought, oh shit, she's being robbed. And I thought, oh my god, I've got to pick up this dog. And I was like, like I'm just gonna take a dog for a walk, and the entire house has been turned upside down. I was paranoid. I was like, oh shit.
Jesus.
So I'm trying to call her. She's got like an exam or something. I was like, what's the bad news? Like, I think your house has been robbed. She's like, honestly, don't worry about it. I was like, what? Don't worry about it. Your stuff is everywhere.
Your place looks like a shithole.
Literally, it looks like a bomb has actually gone off. I swear to God, I'm not like, being picky and like just like, saying, oh, she should be more orderly. It was like, it was carnage. And it was like,
fucking hell.
You don't understand like the like spirals that people get into, isn't it?
Yeah,
like, it's hard to tell. Like
that's funny as well, because then you've just fully insulted their house. Like, oh, by the way, it looks like you've been robbed, but you're just a slob.
Exactly. So I didn't want to. That was the predicament. I was like, if I call her up, I'm just directly calling her out for the sake of her house, and like, I don't want to do that. Like, it's not going to help anyone. But
you should have just.
If she has been robbed,
you should have just put the dog back. Put the dog back, close the door, and then just like walk away. And just, if she has been robbed, then you can claim that she got robbed after you left the dog. Just say, no, it wasn't like that when I was there. So
but it's such bait, though, isn't it? You know what I mean? Like, no one else has been to the house except for the dog walker.
Yeah, that's true. It then kind of looks like you robbed the house.
Yeah.
You should have nicked some stuff. She wouldn't have noticed.
Yeah, that would have really helped her out. That would have. You're clearly struggling to keep up with life, and I'll just start nicking your shit.
Nicking all your clothes. That'd be long. Oh, wait, did you see Charlie Bit My Finger has been removed from YouTube today?
What? Why?
It's being sold as an NFT.
Oh my days. I've been warned about this. I've been told that like all these digital pieces are going to be turned into NFTs now. Because
that is such a classic video.
Why wouldn't you though? Like, how much money are they going to make on that?
I think they've probably made millions off it already.
Mate, imagine buying the rights to Charlie Bit My Finger.
I know, but like, to be fair, I'm happy it's gone because Charlies all around the world won't have to put up with what we did when we were young and just get Charlie bit my fucking finger. Like every time you tell someone your name, they go, oh, don't bite me. Don't bite my finger. Fuck off.
Oh my days.
And that came out at the same time that Charlie the Unicorn came out as well. So it was either like, oh, Charlie bit my finger or Charlie, got a candy mountain, Charlie.
Oh my days, man. Yeah, it's bad, isn't it? It was just relentless. It was relentless. Like, you don't get it with Joe's, like with Joseph Stalin. Oh, don't starve your country. Like, it's not an issue for Joe's. Like, but no. One baby bites a finger and that's it. Game over.
I think probably all the Adolfs in the world have probably got a bit of a harder time than we have.
Yeah, it can't be an easy being an adult in this day and age.
No.
That's giving your baby a bit of a death wish.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
I feel like that name probably hasn't been used since since that big fiasco.
That big fiasco.
But yeah, May 23rd is when Charlie Bit My Finger is being removed, which is today.
It's going to be sold as an NFT. I wonder what else they're going to do. You know what I mean? Like, what else is going to be an NFT?
It's so stupid. I don't know why you'd ever pay for an NFT.
No. Surely someone's just going to get a copy of it anyway.
Yeah, there's copies out there already. And the remix version of that fucking video is funnier anyway.
That's true. It's a bit of a banger, isn't it?
Yeah. It's great. I don't know. It's weird to me. Fucking strange.
Yeah, but that's the thing. They're all going to be changed to NFTs. And everyone's just going to make... Like, it's just for people who've got too much money, innit? You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, yeah, it's the only digital... Like, it's the original digital signature, or whatever the fuck the technical term is. But it's not like with art. You know what I mean? Like, with like paintings, like oil paintings, where they've got to copy all the strokes and shit. Like, you don't... I suppose I'm fucking changing my own mind here, but
you convince yourself of something completely different.
It's like, yeah, because like people will want to buy like the Mona Lisa because it's the original Mona Lisa.
Yeah,
but like, how are you really going to feel the same way that you do about the Mona Lisa towards Charlie Bit My Finger?
Exactly.
Can you call that like classic art? Like,
no, you can just copy and paste the file as well. So then you've just got two of them.
But is that not the same as someone who just copies the Mona Lisa and you just stick it up and you go, yeah, I've got the Mona Lisa in my fucking living room? It's like, well, you don't, but
yeah,
it's the same thing.
Yeah, but with the digital shit, it's like it literally is the exact same file.
It's not though. There's a difference. Otherwise the NFT wouldn't be worth anything.
But if I have the video file of Charlie Bit My Finger on, like the original one, on my computer, and I copy and paste it just next to it, it will come up with the file name and just with copy in the end of the name, right? But it's the exact same file, except it's got copy on the end. And if I just remove that bit that says copy, then it'll be the exact same file, and no one would even know
which one's the original.
I feel like you wouldn't be able to.
So you reckon they could just sell a copy of it?
Yeah, I fully think you can. Because I don't think that's the way digital shit works. I don't think that there is a original code for a video. I don't know.
This NFT stuff's gonna go nuts.
It's weird.
Like, I've seen like little cartoon characters' heads just go for millions of dollars, and it's like it's like really pixelated. It's like an 8-bit little photo of like a guy smoking a cigarette.
Yeah.
And it's going for like $1 million, and it's like,
why would you pay that? I've come to realize people have too much money for their own good. Some people who clearly don't deserve that sort of money have too much fucking money. Give me some. I need a fucking house, boys.
Yeah, mate. I mean, definitely didn't earn it,
No, if they're fucking okay with throwing it away. Like, my mate, right, is a streamer, okay? He streams RuneScape. Doing quite well for himself. He got, the other day, one of his followers, or whatever they're called on Twitch, I don't really know, but they paid him 50 quid just to play a heavy metal song in the background of his stream. Because it's funny watching someone play RuneScape listening to heavy metal. And he did it 3 times that stream. 150 quid gone down the drain for 3 minutes of enjoyment.
Mate.
That is...
Mate, people are insane. It's like the Belle Delphine shit. Like when she was selling her bathwater. Why the hell would you want the bathwater?
What are you going to do with it?
Yeah.
If you drink it, it's gone straight a fucking way. And what, are you going to sniff it? It just smell like water.
Imagine inviting people round to your house and it's like, oh, what's that jar of water in the corner of your room? Oh, that's Belle Delphine's bathwater.
She has touched her naked body. Thank you very much.
Oh, dope, man.
Sick. Let's have a sniff. It's weird. People have too much money. Too much money.
Oh, man, it's insane. What goes on, isn't it?
Have you you know when you're with a girl, right?
No, I don't know what that's like.
I'm a fucking loser. Where?
What, bro?
I can't fucking talk, mate. My virginity's growing back. When you're with a girl and like if they've got an incredible body, say you're with like a supermodel, right? And they've definitely got a better body than you have. You know, in our position, we can just sort of go, well, it's understandable because they're a girl and female bodies are fitter in general anyway. Right. Stay with me on this.
Okay.
Stick with me on this. So, you could look at yourself and not be happy with your body, but your girlfriend's got a really good body and be like, oh, mate, I don't have to keep up with how good, like how fit she is, right? Because she's a female. If you're gay, right? And your partner has a better body than you, do you not get really insecure about it? Because I think I would.
Bro. Well, so when you've got a girlfriend, right? You're like, okay, I'm allowed to get fat, but like, she can't.
No. But it's like, you feel less insecure about that your body is worse than theirs just because they're different. They're different, like, genders, right? Like, they've got tits, for example. If you didn't know,
is that what it boils down to? It's the titties.
It's the titty. No, but like, if you're gay and your fucking boyf has like this Zac Efron style body, you'd surely get really insecure about it and be like, I can achieve that, but I'm just not.
I swear they have like they got like different groups of gays, like, you know what I mean? So there's like twinks, bears, badgers, probably. I don't know.
I don't really know much about the gay life.
You just be like, yeah, he's a badger, but you know, I'm that's just not my style. And I swear, some like gay guys, they're like specific kinds of men. Like same, you know, fucking with heterosexuals as well.
Yeah,
like everyone's got types, I guess. Like some guys like bears, just like giant hairy men.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Do you think then, are gay people more likely to fancy someone who is like themselves? Because you know, you try and make yourself the best version of yourself, right? So you care about your appearance and like you want to make yourself as attractive as possible. Yeah. Do they then think, I want someone like me because I think that I'm fit, so I want someone exactly like that?
No, bro. They'll probably just go for someone that looks like their dad, realistically.
Maybe.
And you know what I mean?
Here's another question for you.
Right.
If you're a twin and you have a threesome with a girl, you're identical twins, right? Is it incest because you're technically just shagging in front of a mirror? If they look exactly like you, right?
Wait, what? So it's if you're like a gay man.
No. This is just a straight thing now.
Right.
So if you had a twin who looked exactly like you,
yeah,
and you have a threesome with him and just a girl, right? Is it incest if you and your twin are going at it with the same girl because you look exactly alike.
Yeah, but you're not having sex with the twin.
No, but it's kind of weird. If you were to do that with just your normal brother, it'd be weird, wouldn't it?
What, you saying like it wouldn't count?
It would be like, does it count? Because everyone's shagged in front of a mirror, and like that's basically what it would be like.
Okay, so you're there's two people kind of combined to make one in that situation.
It's a weird question, mate. I don't understand that. It's a weird one. That's a thinker. That's one to take home. Discuss at the dinner table, everyone. Have a chat with your twin if you've got one. Zach and Cody just railing the same girl.
She'd be like, well, it's only one person. Like,
what if there's another girl there who's also a twin? Right, so twin versus twin.
So it's only actually two people having sex. It's not, it's not actually four.
They just cancel each other out. It's like fractions.
That's it. When you meet a twin, it's like, you know, you're only really meeting one person because, you know, how are you supposed to process that two separate human beings are exactly the same? You know what I mean?
Come on, I mean, fucking hell.
How do you know that's not you just seeing double?
You could have had a concussion.
Mate, you could just be insane.
You could be insane.
You see the twin, but no one else sees him. Like,
yeah.
Maybe some people just have like a really reflective property. So it looks like there's a twin.
I'm lost now. I'm fully lost. You've done it. You've lost me. I'm impressed.
Well, I was lost going into this conversation.
Yeah, so was I, to be honest. I didn't know where I was going with it. Did you see KSI versus Bryce Hall on Twitter?
You made it sound like it was going to be a fight and then put on Twitter at the end.
On Twitter, yeah. Well, it was because Bryce called him out. It was so funny.
Oh man, Bryce is like, he's a bit of a nuts guy. I say that he's like the most unnuts guy in the world.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like he's just got like the most, like, I try to think of the most average human voice I've ever heard.
I don't even know what he looks like, to be honest.
Because he's for anyone who doesn't know who Bryce Hall is, he's like a TikTok star. He's like running the game in the male TikTok.
Male TikTok kind of freaked me out.
Yeah, I mean,
it's kind of weird
because they try to be all sexy, don't they? They're all like,
yeah.
they
it makes me really uncomfortable.
They start like dancing, like,
especially when they're all like 15. It just makes me really uncomfortable. But yeah, Bryce basically in one of the recent Sidemen videos, they were all talking about like about YouTube box and shit, and KSI I think said that he would fuck Bryce Hall up in the ring. He would. And he 100% would. He's definitely.
He's not a professional boxer, but I swear he's trained.
He beat Logan Paul,
and Logan Paul's a big old boy.
Yeah, and so Bryce then called him out on Twitter and said some shit.
Yeah.
And then the KSI and him were just having back and forths, and it was so funny just to watch all of the all of the people fucking commenting on it. Everyone was like, even Bryce's fans were like, Bryce, I love you, and like I respect you and everything, but please stop, you're really embarrassing yourself. KSI would absolutely murder you.
Man, it wouldn't be a problem, would it? Like,
oh, it's so funny.
I'd love to see it. Don't get me wrong.
So would I, because and there was then a video of KSI training, or Bryce was training with some guy, I don't know who he is, but like punching him repeatedly in the stomach, and then he gives him one punch to the face, and this guy walks away, and like they're sort of laughing about it and everything, and then it cuts to a clip of KSI doing the exact same thing with the same guy, and he fucking gives him one right hook in the stomach, and he goes, oh, and then he fucking hits him in the face with his left hand, and yeah, it's so funny that Bryce would just be absolutely decked by KSI, and I want to see it.
There'd definitely be money in that, definitely.
Oh yeah. I'd love to meet KSI, you know. I wonder what he's actually like, you know. There's so many people I want to meet, but I don't know whether they'd actually be all right people.
He seems like a pretty cool dude, I've got to say.
Yeah. I think he'd be a bit awkward, though. That's the thing. I want to meet The Rock.
Yeah, The Rock would be dope.
The Rock would be such a good person to meet.
And Kevin Hart, like 100.
I reckon Kevin Hart's a bit of a knob, you know.
Nah, he's like the most positive dude there is. I swear.
Yeah, but I think
that guy just beams like he's like the sun.
Yeah, I think he's might have let the fame go to his head, you know, and I don't think he'd be that nice. I think he thinks he's the shit, which he is, but like still.
Oh man, yeah, it must be weird, like those weird like celebrity parties they have, like seeing what everyone's like.
Do you reckon they're like really competitive with each other?
Probably, man. You're probably like off their tits on all sorts of drugs as well. Like, that's the thing. I doubt Kevin Hart and The Rock does, to be fair, because you know those guys look after their body. Like,
yeah.
You know, the world will end if they don't.
It's weird how the world's changed, isn't it? Like, being a celebrity back in the day meant going out and doing fucking coke and like getting just completely fucking with yourself, like Mick Jagger and everyone like that.
Yeah, and then they all end up like either committing suicide or dying at 50.
Yeah, and now it's really like frowned
everyone
upon.
Actually looks after themselves pretty well, like having an early night.
Yeah. And like if you hear about a celebrity
of nowadays, like even if you look at the rock, like our rock stars realistically are like YouTubers.
Yeah, I suppose. Oh my god, that's depressing, isn't it? Fuck it.
It's what it is. That's just where we're at.
That's so
like,
true.
You know what I mean? And they're not like fuckheads.
No, or if they are, they don't tell anyone.
Yeah. But like that's the thing, they can't though. That's why, isn't it? Because back in the day it was like you could do anything and you could hear stories through the mail, but like no one would have proof. But nowadays you like they'd accidentally put it on their Instagram story. And that'd be career over
so
within a
true.
second. Like everyone and like they've got to be so much more careful now.
If it comes out that a celebrity or a YouTuber or something is a cokehead, it's really like frowned upon, and everyone's like, oh god, get them off it, or like stop listening to their music and shit like that. But like back in the day,
they just everyone a line of cocaine in peace, man. Like, you know it doesn't necessarily mean their life is ruined and they're a bad influence in the world in general. Like,
they're not telling everyone else to do it.
Just do it, like.
Like, can you imagine if the Rolling Stones got fucking cancelled like people do now? Jesus Christ!
Oh my god. We're gonna boycott their concert. Like, come on.
Poor old Keith Richards. He's a fuckhead. I'm pretty sure they still, even though they're like 70 years old, I'm pretty sure they're still on coke.
Mate, it would suck to be a famous person nowadays. I've got to say, I really do think that, just because you like being under the public eye all the time. Like, you couldn't do anything, and you gotta like any mistake you have is like. It's not like, oh, it's going to come up in the Daily Mail, and you know, it is like it's going to be everywhere and everyone's going to have access to it, and everyone's going to make like theories about it and turn it into something it's not. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't. Like, how do people function like that? How do you live like that?
It's true. It's like it's taken all the fun out of being a rock and roll star.
Just take the fun out of being alive.
Like when Bieber was growing up, right?
Yeah.
He did some stupid shit that like people were cancelling him for, but the internet wasn't quite as big as it is now. So like he got away with a bunch of shit, really. But I feel like
everyone hated him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like imagine like your public image is just pure hatred, and everyone can like constantly voice their hatred towards you, and then like there becomes like an echo chamber of hatred towards you as a fucking character. Like,
you're a 14-year-old boy, and you've got the entire world calling you a woman and fucking hating you. That would be so long.
Yeah, you imagine like fucking, you know, you're just trying to do not like being a 14-year-old boy and being given loads of money, and then. You know, having loads of people come watch your shows, your ego would be absolutely screwed from the start.
Yeah.
And then everyone in the world can see what you're doing and have an opinion on it.
Yeah.
Like, it's easy to like look at his actions and be like, oh, it was he's such a prick. But it's like, you imagine being him.
Yeah, it's like he was only fucking a child when he started. He was like 9 or something stupid when he first started.
He's a child who got famous. Like, what do you think is going to happen to a child that gets famous? Like,
exactly. I mean, look at the Disney stars.
Macaulay Culkin, like.
God. Oh, Macaulay, he had a fucking weird life, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he sorted it out in the end. I think he's
I think
he was in Joe Rogan not too long ago, and he seemed to have his shit together, which is always good to see.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, right. Should we
wrap this bad boy up?
Let's wrap this bad boy up, boys and girls. Go listen to Olivia Rodrigo's album if you haven't already.
Yeah, I think I will. You know.
I think it's worth it. Definitely
why not? Why not?
Do it. Okay, questions.
Right. Okay. All right. KSI and Bryceville. Take a pick.
I'll be KSI.
Nice one. Do you want to go, son?
Wouldn't I beat you?
Could you beat anyone?
Do you think you could stand a chance?
How many fingers am I holding up?
Well, that's a bitch.
I'd like to thank everyone for
cheating.
No, I can't take the picture on that.
It's okay. You go for it, mate.
No. No, that was.
I could have saved that. I could have salvaged that. Thinking back, I could have done something there. Fucking. It just caught me off guard.
You finish this off.
Okay. Well, thanks for listening, everybody. Use the hashtag #GetLostOnAir. Welcome to the new people. We've got a couple of new people joined the I'm not going to call you Get Lost fam. I'm going to fucking kill myself before I do that. Goodbye, everyone. Thanks for watching, and get lost. Get lost on air. Welcome to Get Lost. Get Lost on Air.